Hi, this is Human Essence, and in today's video, I'm going to be speaking about the case that resulted in the death of Florida State University law professor DsnMsrkel, and what's more, what happened to his family in the wake of that death, in that they were alienated from their grandchildren, and this goes on to this day. So it seems to me that what happened to this family is something that happened as a result of the family of the mother of the children, in other words, the Adelson family, believing that they had rights to the children and that the mother of the child was somehow more important than the father and the father's family. So I would have imagined that had DsnMsrkel not been who he was, if he didn't have the resources that he had, if he didn't have the education that he had, if he didn't have the knowledge of his rights and what he could do in the courts, he probably would have been in a position where that family would have been accusing him of things, taking his children from him, keeping the children away from his family, and likely, as is the name of the channel of Carl Steinbeck's brother, brainwashing the children. And this does happen to people every day. And so Wendy's family certainly is an outlier in that they were going to turn to murder. But there are others that do terrible things to families, and maybe the resources aren't there, but maybe they would have the potential to go that far if they were losing. And this is just something that people should notice. If you're involved with a family member or one of the parents is so controlling and isolates the children from one side of the family, and, we see that when DsnMsrkel was visiting his parents while Wendy was still alive, she was often gone doing things with her mother. She was at that time planning for the separation. There's also rumors, I don't remember the details about it, but they had plans to go down to Florida and accuse him of, I think, interpersonal violence or something like that, that Wendy mentions, the emotional abuse. So he knew what was happening. He knew what was being said to his children. He was using the courts. But if he didn't have that ability, he could very well be a person who would be pining away for his children for the rest of his life with devastating consequences. So when somebody has a child and uses that child to hurt others, that's a sign, that's a red flag. So that's just something to bring up with regard to alienated children. Thanks for listening.